pemirsa Jawa Post TV dimanapun Anda berada. Jumpa lagi di Obral-Obrol Jawa Post TV, sebuah tayangan yang akan menghadirkan narasumber dan juga bintang tamu yang inspiratif, yang pastinya akan menghadirkan banyak sekali inspirasi-inspirasi dan juga hal-hal positif di tengah-tengah teman-teman semuanya ya. Dan senang sekali untuk hari ini kita akan ngobrol-ngobrol bareng seseorang yang luar biasa sekali ya. Kayaknya saya juga sedikit nervous untuk interview kali ini. Untuk kali ini kita akan ngobrol-ngobrol bersama dengan salah satu pembalap yang menjuarai Formula 4 atau F4 di tahun 2019, right? Correct. Langsung aja kita akan hadirkan the one and only Lewis Leeds. Alright, give applause. Oh my gosh, I'm so a little bit nervous, you know. We're good. Welcome, Lewis. Nice to have you here. Welcome to our new studio in Jawa Post TV. How are you?
I'm good. I'm also nervous. I'm sweaty. It's hot. The mosquitoes are everywhere.
All right.
I'm a little bit hungry.
Yes, and maybe a few days in Madiun or Ngawi, so very hot weather, you know.
Yes, the perfect opportunity for me to do some training as well. I've been running through the rice fields, running with the locals, playing basketball in my community. So it's been a great time so far.
Okay. Lewis, so before we start, can you speak Bahasa? Try to speak Indonesian a little.
Nama saya Lewis Leeds.
Yeah.
That's it. No. Just let's have a conversation. So ask me some questions and I'll try to talk back.
Oh, how long you live in Indonesia? Since childhood?
Living in Indonesia?
Yes.
I was living in Indonesia maybe on like holidays, so not permanently, but occasionally visiting with my mother and my father. It's been many years. So I come back here now after maybe 17 years not seeing my family.
Oh my God.
In the village specifically. I flew to Jakarta maybe 3 years ago, but too long overdue.
Long ago. So, Luis, I think so many people that don't know you if you are champion of Formula 4 or F4 in 2019. So tell to us, how did you start your career?
Wow, great question. I started so many years ago when I was 14 years old. Very young. Not even with my own driving license in Australia, but allowed to drive 200 Ks on the racetrack. So very crazy. My parents, they believed in me. They gave me an opportunity to race in Malaysia and just always making progress. So the first car, Formula 4, this car here is 2016. So this car is a Formula 4, which I raced in 2015.
Is it 2016?
Yeah, so I've raced the same car. The Formula 4 car is the entry level if you want to make Formula 1.
Okay.
So I start racing again through many years. Look at these great pictures. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Always in Formula 4, trying to create a reputation, trying to learn the basics of motorsport. Very lucky to have an opportunity with Red Bull at such a young age. I learned so much from their facilities. And now I wish to take my talent to Formula 3.
Okay. And now you still at the Red Bull team?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
They have a very select driving program, very strict rules. Unfortunately, I had less than one season with them. I still had great results. Maybe in the future the door is open for some opportunities, but for now we work hard. We keep trying to find another racing team.
And you know, sometimes I feel confused why you choose race. I mean, yeah, it's a high risk sports and even so dangerous. You know, the injuries, the accident, etc. Why you still choose it when you are so young?
I think when I was young, I didn't know that it was dangerous. You know how here a lot of kids, they ride the scooters around. they don't know it's dangerous. We're just having fun.
Oh.
At some point, I realized that maybe there's a lot of danger in this sport. It brings you close to the limit. A lot of personal exploring. You know, how far can I push it? Can I take 2 more kilometers into this corner? We're already going 250 kilometers through the corner. So any piece of speed that we can find is lap time, and everyone we want to win. So why do I choose the sport? I think it's rare to have a passion in something. So for me, it's natural.
That's your dream since your childhood?
I remember my uncle telling me when I was maybe 4 years old that the sound of a Formula One car is music to his ears. So, forever, I've just always had just something drew me to Formula One, something about Formula One, you know, NASCAR, IndyCar, all these other races. It doesn't excite me in the same way Formula One does. You know, you see here Daniel Ricciardo make a move. He starts on the outside and he cuts to the inside. You know, there's an art to it. There's things that you can't see that you feel in the car that you get addicted to. You just want to win. You just want to be out there, hold the trophy.
Who's your inspiration or role model?
Wow, I have so many. I think the older drivers, the historic drivers, are definitely the role model. Someone like Ayrton Senna, James Hunt, Niki Lauda, many historical drivers. Have you watched Rush? The movie is a great movie on Netflix. You should watch Rush. Even my good friend Thomas Randall, he's definitely a role model. But these drivers, you know, Lewis Hamilton, can't forget Lewis Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo, they're champions, you know.
But you represent Australia.
So currently my racing license is Australian, so that's why the flag is Australian. You can see on my racing suit, I've always had the Indonesian flag with me throughout all of the years.
Okay, Luis, maybe I never felt it before, but for you, tell me the sensation driving a race vehicle for the first time.
Okay, so when you sit in the car, turn the engine on, it shakes. Everything shakes. You can't feel anything because your whole body's numb. And once you let go of the clutch, you hit the accelerator, you start moving forwards. You feel we have wings on the car. They pull you down to the ground. So the faster you go, the more downforce you create. So my favorite corner, probably turn 1, Sydney Motorsport Park. We go through there 260. If you go 200 kilometers, you have no grip. If you go faster, it's like an aeroplane. So I'm
so scared.
Yeah, don't know. You can't be scared. I would be lying if I said I wasn't scared at times, especially during the rain. You can't see. But it's a challenge, you know. One person can win.
That's a challenge. Okay, Luis, we'll break for a while and then we will continue again. So don't go anywhere. Buat pemirsa Jawa Post TV, tetap di Obral-Obrol karena nanti kita akan kembali lagi setelah yang satu ini.
So it's really sad that I didn't get the chance to move into Formula 3. I feel like that's the natural progression in motorsport. So I'm trying. I'm always trying. You asked, what is my family? What kind of support?
Oke, balik lagi teman-teman Jawa Post TV di Obral-Obrol dan masih juga bersama dengan Luis Leeds, from Ngawi, not Melbourne. Okay, Luis, what is the form of support from your parents?
Emotional for the first one. I'm a very emotional person. My family have always been there. Financially, motorsport is so expensive. So I'm very lucky, very grateful. My family have always had my back. Mental, I guess, because a lot of strategy in motorsport. How do I prepare myself. And my mother, my father, and my cousins, my brother, my sister, always here for me. You can see behind me. Yeah, my mom's always had my back. So,
Your mom always support you.
yes, always. Their mothers do what mothers do.
Okay, Luis, why did you come back to Indonesia? I mean, in Australia, I'm sure enough you can get complete facilities, sponsor, or maybe even a more supportive environment for your career. When you compare with Indonesia, I mean, why you come back here?
I think that I've always seen a lack of role models in maybe motorsport. It's been many years since I've seen an Indonesian flag in Formula One. So I think a personal goal of mine is definitely I want to stand on the podium. I want the flag to be behind me. I want my grandparents to see me stand on the top step of the podium with the Indonesian flag. And I think Formula 3, Formula 2, currently we really lack the drivers. And it's sad. It's definitely tough. Australia, Oscar Piastri, Daniel Ricciardo racing in Formula One. So I think that the community, they deserve someone here. I feel like that I give a good opportunity. I feel like that we can really improve the future for Indonesian motorsport.
Okay, so you will be the world champion with Indonesian flag behind you.
That's the goal. I mean, I know. Wow, wow, exactly. Nothing is impossible. And Lewis Hamilton is a good role model that, I always watch the words that he has said, and you can't give up, It doesn't matter that in 20 years we don't have a world champion. It doesn't mean that I can't be a world champion. So I know that I have the talent and the skill. I want to start racing, and let's see.
Yes. Okay, and now what level of competition have you reached?
Formula 4. I got stuck in Formula 4.
Okay, and you will be you'll be champion.
Yeah.
At 2019.
So it's really sad that I didn't get the chance to move into Formula 3. I feel like that's the natural progression in motorsport. So I'm trying. I'm always trying. You asked, what is my family? What kind of support? They don't let me give up. You can't give up. I need to race. I need to see it.
So Formula One is the biggest goal.
Of course, without a doubt. You see the racing in Monaco. Monaco, in Formula One, it's the pinnacle of motorsport. There's nothing on top of Formula One. So I understand that I have big dreams, big ambitions.
In Indonesia, have you reached the achievement so far? I mean, like getting sponsored, for example?
No, nothing.
Not yet.
But that's okay, because I know perseverance and hard work will always get you to your goals. I won't stop. I won't stop trying. I have had support to create meetings. Unfortunately, a lot happened. I'm not sure if you know, but a lot happened the last time I was here. So we were so close. And we'll try again. I'm sure that good news is to come pretty soon.
Okay. We will continue after this, Luis. And buat pemirsa Jopos TV semuanya, kita akan balik lagi setelah jeda berikut ya. Pastinya kita akan ngobrol kembali dengan Luis tentang beberapa pencapaian-pencapaiannya dan juga seperti apa sih dukungan dan juga support dari pemerintah sendiri terhadap karirnya. Tetap di Obral-Obrol.
Now I feel like I do a lot just to try to be here. And the food is unique, of course.
Yeah.
Australia, we have a lot of fast food.
Yeah.
So I like here more natural flavors.
Kembali lagi di Obral-Obrol Jawa Pos TV dan masih juga bersama dengan the one and only Luis Leeds. Yeah. Indonesian racers, not Australian racers.
That's what I heard. I read it on the news.
Yes. Okay, Luis, you still have Indonesia ancestry, but how often do you spend time in Indonesia, in Ngawi especially? What do you like about Indonesia? Food or
I love the nature. I think the nature, being close to the mountains and just being in the field is different. Australia is kind of like a concrete city, you know. A lot of streets, it's like a grid. I like to feel free. And when I run here, you know, the birds are behind me. It's nice. It's different. But I think I very rarely get the time to spend in Ngawi. So I think that maybe when I'm here, I get to spend 2 or 3 weeks at a time. But the frequency is very rare. It's a big journey to get, especially to my village. It's been a very, very tricky obstacle in my life. But now that I'm older, now that I learn about my history, my family, now I feel like I do a lot just to try be here. And the food is unique, of course. Australia, we have a lot of fast food. So I like here more natural flavors.
Do you feel hard to communicate with local people in Ngawi?
I don't, no.
I mean,
I can't talk. You know. I'm the worst at talking Indonesian, but everyone is very kind and patient. I always have like my family, my cousins there to help me talk to people. I'm slowly learning, but you know, sometimes people, they don't know that I'm even Australian. They just talk to me like I'm Indonesian, and I can understand it. So
you can understand what they
in context. If it's in a conversation, I struggle. Like if you put me on the spot and tell me to say something, I'm out of my depth.
What's the biggest difference between Ngawi and Melbourne?
The weather, definitely. It's so humid here. There's a lot of people. I love that things are so cheap here. In Australia, the inflation is crazy. So one packet of chips is 85,000. You know, so here
I think it's cheap.
Yeah, well, it's ridiculous in Australia. It's silly. So it's a change of scenery. You know, it's a very welcome change of scenery. When I returned here, I only started to realize how much that I actually miss being here. Like this feels natural to me.
Okay, Luis, what's the support from the Indonesian government for your career?
I want to do my best to race, but you know, my job, I'm just the driver. I train. If I have the opportunity to be in the car, then I do my best. But motorsport is a very financially, you know, it's the top of the motorsport, so it's not going to be for free. I need, you know, corporate business sponsors for the team, not for me, but the team, they have many staff that need to be paid. There's entry fees and many things that someone like me, I can't afford to pay all of that myself. I don't think anyone in the world, only a select few drivers can actually pay to get into Formula 1. Even to compete Formula 3, Formula 2 is well over €1 million. So not an easy task. It takes the support of many businesses, many leaders in the community hear my story, and they are pushing my case up the ladder because they want to see an Indonesian driver. We're doing our best. We're communicating what we need to make this happen. We keep optimistic. You know, 2019, maybe 3 or 4 years ago already, since I was last here, my good friend Oscar Piastri, he's raced Formula 3, Formula 2, and he's already in Formula 1. I'm here again, haven't given up. And I think more importantly, I found passionate people who care about motorsport and who care about what we can do for the community by racing in motorsport. So we are taking the steps forward that we need to. Of course, we want to show everyone the entertainment side of Formula One. It's very rare to have an Indonesian in motorsport. Like I mentioned, there's plenty of Australians already there. So we're doing our best. We're slowly moving up. We're slowly getting the recognition that we need. To be in Formula One, we need to give it 110%. You know, the best of the best of the best are in Formula One. We're working.
Yeah. So I wish Indonesian government can give you more support than before. So what's next? What competition will you do after this?
Formula 3. Formula 3 has to be the goal. I hope the last 2 races, we have the Dutch Grand Prix and the Italian Grand Prix. I've made it known that these are the opportunities. So we can only try our best. We can only, of course, you know, I can't pay 1 million. And I understand that it's a lot, you know, I'm not expecting that. But there definitely are corporations that can handle transactions of that amount. So
What's your preparation for Formula 3?
running. Always trying to lose weight. COVID was a very, very difficult time for a lot of people. In Australia, where I live, we weren't allowed to go outside a certain radius of kilometers. We had like a curfew. So always eating too much food. Now I'm looking a little heavy, but that's okay, guys. We're trying to get fit. The food in Indonesia is better now.
Yeah,
It's helping me lose
more
weight.
health. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost 5 kilos already.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Luis. For the last, I will give you some quick question.
hit me.
Choose one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Bakso or soto? Mie goreng or sate ayam?
Mie goreng.
Mie goreng.
Yeah, aku nggak bisa makan satay. Did you say satay?
Yeah.
You said satay? Yeah, I can't eat satay. I'm allergic to peanuts.
Yeah.
So.
Nasi pecel or burger?
Not the burgers. No burgers.
Nasi pecel. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Melbourne or Ngawi?
It's difficult. My family in Ngawi and Melbourne. So the weather, Ngawi.
The weather Ngawi.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe my favorite Japanese restaurant is in Melbourne.
Oh.
But my family, especially my grandma, is here. So I have to say here.
Australia or Indonesia?
In what context?
Anything.
Anything?
For your career, for your life, for your future, maybe.
It's difficult because I have such a history. You want a quick answer? Yeah, I'll give you Indonesia. That's a quick answer.
Luis, thank you so much for coming to Jawa Post TV. And yeah, that's so fun, eh? Success for your career and anything you do. And for sure, we hope that you can make Indonesia proud on the world stage through your achievement. And I hope you will be the world champion with Indonesian flag behind you.
Let's do it.
Oke, teman-teman Jawa Post TV, itu dia obrolan kita bersama dengan Luis Leeds untuk hari ini. Seorang pembalap yang sepertinya harus mendapat penuh dukungan banyak sekali dari semua pihak ya, mulai dari pemerintahnya sendiri, juga orang-orangnya, masyarakat. Karena sepertinya kecintaan dan juga rasa nasionalisme seorang Luis Leeds ini patut diapresiasi, patut didukung, supaya nantinya Luis Leeds ini juga bisa mengharumkan nama Indonesia, bagaimana dia bisa menjadi juara dunia dengan bendera merah putih di belakang. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Luis
for the time.
Leeds, for coming to Jawa Post TV. Dan terima kasih juga buat teman-teman pemirsa Jawa Post TV yang sudah nonton Obral-Obrol untuk episode kali ini bersama dengan Louis Leeds. Semoga juga menginspirasi, semoga juga memberikan banyak hasanah tambahan untuk Anda. Jangan lupa untuk tetap saksikan program-program seru yang ada di Jawa Post TV. Saya Talan Turmida pamit, terima kasih banyak untuk semuanya dan sampai jumpa.